The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony, until one day a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.
Baby, can you pray tonight? Baby, can you pray for? Oh, baby, can you pray? This therapy is how you make on time. It's only to the end, so pray tonight. So you won't for every run that we had, surrounded, I knew it. But I'll be ready every day, know everything's alright. Are you gonna pray? Are you gonna pray tonight? pray, pray, pray for me and fast. Baby, pray, pray, pray for me and fast. Baby, pray, pray, pray for me and fast. Gotta pray, pray, pray for me and fast. Baby, pray, pray, pray for me and fast. Baby, pray, pray, pray for me and fast. Baby, can we pray, pray tonight? Baby, can we pray, pray fast? Oh, baby, can you pray? It's every time you make on time. It's only to the end, so pray tonight.
What a fantastic way to start the stream with my camera, my mic dying. But how are you all doing? Hello everybody, hope you're all doing fantastic. Me, Mr. Flynn, we've got something new on Phoenix today with ACC, of me showing my face. Mr. Mav, how are we doing? Hello, hello, hello. And yeah, so everything's slightly set up, I just didn't get time to set up the gameplay screen so you could see everything else. But to be honest, it's not too bad, it's not too shabby. So let's get into it then, shall we? So today we're at Imola, round number 5, halfway through the season here at Phoenix for ACC lots. And session is starting. Lovely qualifying session ahead of us, you know, very fast times I'm seeing in practice as a lot of drivers are drifting out of the lovely pit lane. 20 minutes of qualifying to go. And also, as always, this circuit has, let's have a look here, has about, I believe it is, how many turns this circuit, just bear with me until I find the correct image to go through, look at, there we go. It has a total of, I believe it's 19, something like that. But very exciting today. Rosalina, thank you very much. Matt, thank you very much for the support as well. But let's go to the main screen of all, shall we, and head to the qualifying session. And first on the track is going to be car number 888. As we all know, our championship leader, Mr. Vic himself. Wasn't very competitive last time at the last round, which was Paul Ricard, round number 4, because Shanae, with 2 back-to-back wins, was absolutely flying. Could Shanae bag his 3rd pole position this season and go for a 3rd win this season? We'll have to wait and see what Shanae can do, because, like I said, he's been very, very competitive, which is lovely to see. And I'm going to quickly find a track map guide so we can head on down to the lovely circuit of Imola and crack on then. So as Vic, get a better on board, there we go, better off board, shall we say, camera position, as we make our way through the final corner of turn number 18, heading through now down to turns number 1 as he crosses the start and finish line right about now. Here we go then. So where can Vic qualify today, and will it be the fastest lap time overall? And we'll have to wait and see how he gets on. But anyways, then into turns 1, 2 and 3, then heading to 4, a slight left hand. You want to get the car as correct as possible, and with Imola being a very narrow circuit for difficulties to overtake, your best bet is you don't want to be stuck in any traffic. And Vic going a little bit wide there, but on my timing screens it is saying he has not invalidated, which is a bit of luck there, so he'll be very, very happy that he hasn't managed to bottle it at the moment on the first try and first attempt. But Vic now left turn number 7, now heading up to 8, 10 and 11, shall we say. And he goes a bit wide there. Still, I believe it's a full valid lap so far. And yeah, very competitive and very good so far. And that's a very difficult braking zone there. And it's down turns number, I want to say 11, 12 and 13. Then you got 14 and 15, obviously, in the 2020, was it 3 season? Where Charles Leclerc bottled it, went into the entrance of turn 14, came out turn 15 over the curb, shall we say, and spinning around into the Tifosi, shall we say, and into the grandstand of Ferrari supporters, and breaking his front wing, which definitely was not ideal. But back to the lovely GT3 racing here at ACC Phoenix, and Vic is about to cross the line, and it's going to be a pole position lap of a, here we go, oh never mind, he did invalidate, I'm guessing, so he didn't set a valid lap time at the moment. So Vic unable to set a valid lap time, even though the game said it was green, but we'll just forget about that. So we'll come to Vic in just a moment, as on pole position at the moment is car number 8, who goes P2 now. He did a 143.487, and then Mr. Car 13, Zach Webb himself, in the lovely McLaren, was pole position just for a second there, as he did a 143.3. He then got Ackerman up into P2 now, a 142.9, and then you got the lovely BMW sitting in pole position at car number 88 on a 142.6. As everybody else crosses the line right now, we've got Vers, a new driver, goes P8, a 145.0. Lots of positions changing left, right, and centre. Let's go back on board. Never mind. I was going to say I got on board with Andrew Taggart, but he's got pole position, a 142.6. That is very close between 2nd and 3rd at this moment of time. But the big watch party right now is Shanae on track in the Lamborghini, going on pole position once again with 40 minutes of qualifying to go. A 142.4. Absolutely fantastic there. And going on board now with Vic, who's gone to position I don't know. The game is just having a moment. Never mind. There we go. Vic on pole position. A 141.9. So finding a little bit more pace than Shanae. The gap for P1 and P2 is around about 4/10 at the moment. So drivers finding pace. Some drivers struggling to find pace at the moment. Let's go on board with the wonderful Ackerman right now, who's approaching the final corner now here at Imola. Goes a little bit wide there, and that could have caused a invalidation, but we'll see as he crosses the line. He's 2/10 up at the moment as we have yellow flags popping up left, right and centre. I believe that was Taggart improving on their time, and currently sitting in P4. Ackerman going for another attempt on his lap at the moment. Shanae is really flying at the moment. 8/10 up on his previous lap time. This could be a very competitive lap time if he keeps it all together in the final corner and doesn't go completely wide, shall we say, like Ackerman did. But on the exit of 18, 19, and then down to the start and finish, he keeps it all together, keeps it within track limits as he's about to cross the line. Is it going to be pole position for Shanae once again? It is a 141.5. I think we're going to have a battle between Vic and Shanae here for pole, which is absolutely fantastic to see. So we're going to go on board with Vic for the time being. If they keep it within track limits, you know, they do the same as Shanae and not invalidate and not go wide on the exit of 18, which they don't. They keep it well within track limits. They're 4/10 up on their lap time. Is it going to be enough, though, for pole? At the moment, it's looking like it is. As he crosses the line, and it does go on pole, a 141.5, 25 thousandths between the top two. Absolutely insane, as we now have Ackerman, after making that major mistake in the Honda, currently sitting down in P7, his provisional lap time, a 142.7, but rounding turn at number 18, managing to get it correct this time. 9/10 up on that lap time at the moment. Could provisionally be P3 as he crosses the line now, and he goes P3, about a 10th away from the top two. And Ackerman does a 141.6. Vers down in P13 in the BMW, about to cross the line as he goes and hopefully improves on position. He does. Only one position, but he improves to P12. That's a very good improvement there. As we have King in the lovely Scarlet Ferrari car, shall we say, and lovely livery as well. He's just started his lap time, and I believe he's left Sector 1 and is now chilling in Sector 2, but we'll be leaving that very shortly. So we'll come back to him in just a second and see if anybody is ahead of him. And it's going to be Mr. Viper Joe sitting behind car number 470 at the moment. Joe currently sitting in P17. They're 5/10 up on their lap time. Will it be enough? At the moment, it would potentially be enough to provisionally go to P16, potentially P15 if they find a little bit more time. You know what, Usby? I have to agree. It's probably going to be Shanae on pole position, because why wouldn't it be? Because Shanae lately, as we all know, has been absolutely flying. When I say flying, I mean flying. And speaking of the devil, we'll come back to Joe in just a second, as Shanae is ahead of this pack, shall we say, of cars who are doing times behind him. Where is he? I might be wrong. I think Shanae is actually behind, so apologies on that one, because I see car number 69 is actually coming around the final corner, so we'll see what his lap time is at the moment. But Ackerman going to pole, a 141.3, finding some pace on the track. But is Shanae able to respond and go back to pole position? Is Vic able to respond and go back to pole position? It's going to be absolutely crazy with 10 minutes of qualifying to go. This is probably the best qualifying I've seen so far. A fight for pole position, and we're only on round at number 5 as Shanae crosses the line. At the moment, it would be enough, and it is. He goes to pole, a 141.277. The top two, it was 25 thousandths, but Ackerman now sitting in that P2 position, 38 thousandths of a second. Absolutely insane. Wowzers. What do I say to that one? Absolutely flipping fantastic. that is great to see a fight for pole, which I've waited patiently this season to see, and we're finally getting it. But also, someone who was also looking very competitive at the start of qualifying was the BMW unsuspecting duo, I think that's how you say their name, or the team name. Car number 88 coming around the final corner now, and exiting turn number 18 to go to start and finish to complete that lap time. They are around about 5 tenths up at the moment, so finding lap time, which they want to do. They'll improve to P4, 6 tenths off P1 at the moment. What's interesting is that Ackerman was a few tenths up just a moment ago, but he's really dropped in the, I'd say, the first sector. So he's managed to lose time somewhere, so hopefully he can find a little bit more and be able to go for that pole position. But the delta is changing drastically left, right and centre. 1 minute he's close to pole position, 1 minute he's not. So it's all about position and where you put your car on the track and just where you position it as well, which is, you've got to get it right, because if you don't get it right, you're going to bin it. You're going to completely bin it, and you don't want to do that as a bit of game like there, so apologies for that one. But Andrew Taggart now sitting in P5, 4 tenths up on his lap time. Is he going to improve on position? He is. He goes to P4 actually, 6 tenths. And this could be Taggart's best qualifying so far. Same with Zach Webb, currently sitting in P8. Hopefully he can find some more lap time to improve and be very competitive. Probably a pole, or not a pole, maybe a pole. You never know with Zach. You know, he can be very undermining sometimes. But we'll see what Zach can bring as we have 7 minutes to go within qualifying. Running on board with Lily, who sits now in P11, a 10th down on their lap time, so hopefully they find some more improvement very, very shortly. Mr. Joe Kelly, or Joel Kelly, shall I say, down in P10, car number 91 in a lovely BMW, lovely livery, as I always say, and 3 tenths up on their lap time at the moment. Could they find some more lap time? I believe they could. We've got a lot of cars on the grid today. 23 cars. Absolutely insane. Suffocating is actually his best qualifying as well, I've just seen. Currently in P10. That's very, very good for Suffocating to be sitting in that position. It's probably feeling a bit weird. He's probably thinking, how on earth am I in this position when there's 23 cars on the grid? The only way you'll be sitting in that position is drivers are extremely struggling, shall we say. So we'll see how that gets on. And of course, Darkness down in P23, yet to set a lap time. So we'll see if he can set one very, very soon and be able to challenge for a good qualifying position. But he's probably thinking of starting at the back of the grid because he'll be less out the carnage and hopefully be able to avoid the contact. We'll see how turn 1 goes, because that could be very, very interesting. But here comes Kelly, currently in P10. Is he going to be able to improve up the grid order just a little bit more? I believe he could, and it probably improve to P9. So as they cross the line, they're going to go obviously P9, and it's a 142.8 as we have the Audi, who was also provisionally on pole earlier on in qualifying, but finds himself down in P7, a 10th up on their lap time. And we've got Vic also in 3rd, a 2 tenths up on their lap time. They were a 10th up, but now they've found another 10th, so they're looking very hell of competitive. Maybe a pole position, and I think it could be because he's now 3 tenths up. It's popping off here, chat. It's really popping off. Looking at my Delta screen, if you could see right now, you'd be absolutely stunned to see what on earth is going on. A few yellow flags here and there, but us drivers getting off the track, heading back to the pits to get a bit more fuel and probably some fresh tyres. We've only got 5 minutes until qualifying is over. But as car number 8 crosses the line, where are they going to go? Are they going to improve on position ever so slightly? And unfortunately, no, they're down on the lap time, and they'll stay in P8. But going back on board with Vic now, coming into the very tricky chicane. You want to cut it to perfection and use the curbs as much as you can to get a really good exit, and he's done it there. He was 3/10, and I was another 2/10 to go 5/10. So he's really found time in turns 14 and 15, rounding the final 2 corners. Hopefully he can get this to perfection, and does he? He does indeed. He finds a little bit more lap time, and it's going to be enough. I say this, it will definitely be enough for pole position. 5/10 up. Let's see what they can do. What's it going to be? It's a 140.992, 2/10 away from the top 2. And then Ackerman, add another 10th on, is 3/10. And then Taggart, there's a very big gap, which is very, very interesting. So hopefully Taggart will be able to find a little bit more lap time to provisionally compete for a potential podium within qualifying. But we'll see what they can do. And at the moment, they have managed to improve and find a bit of time in the final sector. 2/10 up, coming into the final 2 corners now of the lovely Imola circuit. Very Ferrari hype circuit, shall we say. So hopefully the Ferrari powered cars will do well here today. Taggart crosses the line now. It'll be an improvement, but it won't be enough to improve on position. Now they're just 6/10 away. 3 minutes to go. Can they find a little bit more time? I believe they can. Right then, Shanae on a lap now. Chilling in P2. 2/10 is the gap, obviously, between first and second. So Shanae with a lot of work to do to try and find a big margin of time in a very tricky and very heavy braking zone area circuit, you could say. You know, there's a lot of straights, but in my opinion, with Imola, there's a lot more braking zones than straights, shall we just say. So half the time, you are probably going to be braking, so you want to get your corner exits and corner entrances to perfection. Now, Shanae's first attempt towards the end of qualifying to find a bit more lap time isn't looking positive so far. He loses time and then gains time, so it's a bit of a tricky one. So I think he's just going to get this lap in and then send it on the final lap. So hopefully he can do a fabulous, as he always does. So he's going to cross the line. Turn number 18 now. Really, really biting on that final apex there of the corner. And he's going to be 90 thousandths up on his time, you could say. So he improves, but not by much. Still 2/10 off of P1, so hopefully, you know, he can actually find the pace, which I believe he could. Kevin, coming back to racing here at Phoenix, currently sitting in P7, second race of the season, and he's 3/10 up on his lap time at the moment. We've got a lot of yellow flags left, right, and centre. Drivers probably bailing on lap times if they haven't done enough, or if they can't really improve, which is obviously fair enough. This is a very, very difficult and tricky circuit, shall we say. So, on board with the lovely black BMW. I don't know why, but with games like racing games, the black really stands out and really makes it look professional and absolutely awesome. But let's see what Mr. Barfield can do himself as he crosses the line now. 3/10 up on the lap time. Hopefully, maybe a P5. It's a P6. It's a P6. I think that's not bad. And that could be the end of his qualifying. But we'll have to find out. As Shanae right now, with a minute to go of qualifying, he was really, really, really up on his lap time. But he's lost it again in that Sector 2 area. So he's really got to attack these final couple of corners if he wants to find time. But it looks like Shanae is done. And it could be Vic. It could be Vic on provisional pole position. Mav is 2/10 up, was provisionally 3/10 up, but unfortunately won't be enough to contend for pole. A potential podium could be on the line here, but it's all about his exit of turn 18. As he approaches the final corner and leaves the final corner. Bit of a delay there, but we just ignore that chat. You know, I wasn't slightly distracted, but Taggart unable to find an improvement. Only thousandths of an improvement, so not much, not much. But he goes again. He goes on a charge again to see what he can do, And then we have the wonderful Vic in P1 at the moment with a bit of traffic in front of him, you could say. I wouldn't say major traffic, but just a car ahead of him, which could slightly put him off. He is slightly improving on his lap time, and then he's losing his lap time. So if he can improve on his lap time, that would be a very, very, very good advantage to himself. But Mr. Kelly now, oh, he goes to P10, and that is his qualifying done and dusted, so he'll be very happy with that one. And Mr. Taggart, not going to say anything just yet, finding lots and lots of time at the moment. He's really, really pushing in that McLaren to get as far up the field as he possibly can, as cars move out of the way, get off track, and Taggart's like, you know what, I'm coming through, and it could be a potential podium, but will it be enough? He's got to really perfect these braking zones now as he drifts out of turn 15, heading down to the final two corners, which is going to be 16, 17, 18, with an Audi ahead of him. Could get a bit of a slip, but I don't think he's close enough for that. Exit of 18 now. Don't invalidate. He doesn't. He stays within track limits, heading towards 19, and then it's literally foot flat to the floor and all the way down to the finish line. And unfortunately, he improves by quite a margin, but it isn't enough to improve to a podium. But the way it's going, Mav could be onto something here. Mav could potentially be onto something. But there you go. That is your qualifying done. And I'll tell you what, chat. Let me tell you something. That was fantastic. Look at that. Vic on pole position with a 140.992. Right? And then Shanae was finding lap time in Sector 2, but just kept losing it in Sector 3. Probably going to be turns number 14 and 15. That very, very, very tricky chicane where if you hit a curb wrong completely, it will send your car flying, or you just lose so much time. But Shanae in P2, so let's see what he can do on the race start, and maybe it past Vic on the line. And then Ackerman in P3, not too shabby, and not too bad indeed. But then you've got Taggart in P4, car number 88 in P5, Barnfield in P6, the Audi in P7, King in P8, for Aston Martin, sorry, in P9, and Kelly in the BMW in P10. And that is your top 10. So we've got something very, very, very exciting to wait for. And then everybody else on the grid, very, very close on lap times. Some gaps were quite marginal, some gaps were quite big, but here we go. Time penalties are being handed out, you know, obviously because race bans, penalty times. You know, got a 5-second time penalty for car number 523, and then car number 138. So like I said, they're sorting the penalties out. We've got 4 minutes to go. So while we are waiting, chat, if you're just tuning in, as always, a warm welcome to you. You join me, Mr. Flynn, my first time doing comms for the wonderful ACC lot here, and hopefully you're loving it so far with round 5, halfway through the season. A 60-minute race now we're heading into for Imola. But while we are waiting, why not go back to something you might not have seen yet if you're just joining us now. And let me just do this because some reason my mouse isn't showing us, but now my mouse does show. Are you ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to be blown away by something absolutely crazy, chat? Are you ready for this? Are you sure you're ready for this? Because I think you are. So let's have a look, shall we? Let's get tidied up there, and boom. How are we all doing? You might be seeing me for the very first time, so hopefully my looks aren't that bad. But yes, a very interesting qualifying. There was a lot of improvements, especially in Sector 2. But to be honest, it's all about Sector 3 in that chicane part, 14 and 15, like I keep saying over and over again. Just trying to drill it into the heads of the viewers watching right now, because obviously if you get it all wrong, you're spinning around and doing a Charles Leclerc, or you're just losing heaps of lap time, and very, very not ideal. And yeah, Oh, okay. So, if you're racing, do not start from pit lane. Game will put you 1 lap down. That's a bit of a, you know, unfortunate miss there about a game bug. But unfortunate, but it happens. And, yeah, obviously, please make sure to hit drive before countdown ends. Because if you don't, you'll be starting in the pit lane a lap down, which isn't ideal. And then once again, you've got the race director saying, good luck, everyone. Have a clean race. Yes, we want a nice, clean turn 1, please. Please, please, please. Mr. Wobby, how are we doing? I see you had a very difficult qualifying session. So hopefully you can improve on the race, because there's bound to be carnage here at Imola. With 1 minute and 30 seconds till we get ready here. So, what's everyone's strategy games at the moment? What are the strategies? What are we thinking? What are we thinking? Are we thinking... I think now, because you have to do a mandatory pit stop because it's an hour's race. So, are we thinking starting on low fuel and going a high fuel load? Are we doing high fuel load and go longer? Like, what's everyone thinking? What are the strategies? Super soft to mediums. Imagine. I am the carnage. I mean, fair enough. If you're the carnage, you know you're the carnage. You know, you do what you want to do. But make sure, of course, to hit drive, because if you don't, then you're going to be, you know, not racing on the first lap. Or, well, I say first lap. You'll be racing on the first lap, but be a lap down, and you miss formation lap, and then your tires will be cold, which is absolutely horrific.
30 seconds.
No worries, have fun, good luck, and I'll try my best to keep an eye on what happens on lap 1. It could be carnage, it could be crazy.
20 seconds.
So, yeah. I reckon if there's a mandatory pit stop, we do the mandatory pit stop. Well, I believe there is, so hopefully they're going to do a mandatory pit stop, because if they don't, they might get DSQ'd, which, of course, isn't ideal. Yeah, it isn't ideal, so, nub. Let's hope they, you know, decide to do the pit stop as we get ready here at Imola. I'm just going to quickly do that, which isn't working because it's that one. And now we're going to press that button and go back on here. And as we're starting the formation lap, which is a full lap around this circuit, if you have any predictions in the chat, feel free to let me know who you're rooting for today and who you would like to win, or potentially see, you know, like on a podium. Like, would you want to see, I don't know, Webby and P10 go to P3 or P2? Would you like to see Spinner go into the top 10? What is everybody's thoughts? But whilst you're thinking, I'm going to get ready. We're going to move to the main event and the big screen now, as everybody coming through the first couple of corners. And we're on board with Sinead at the moment in the Lamborghini. Sinead thinking, what do I do here? What's the best thing to do in this situation? Being in P2, starting behind the championship leader so far, and Imola, a very difficult narrow circuit to overtake. He's probably thinking, I've got to get the better start. If I don't get the better start than the BMW, I will be stuck behind him for the first few laps, which definitely isn't ideal. You don't want to be stuck behind a car at Imola, because it could really put you off. And when I say put you off, I mean really put you off. But let's go on board with Vic now. So Vic, obviously, like I keep saying, our championship leader. You know, leading the pack towards the first lap, or the first beginning lap of the race. And then as soon as he does that, the timer will start ticking down for an hour of racing here. Could there be potential rain? I'm being told there isn't going to be rain today, but if there is rain, that would be fabulous to see, because Imola is always a delight when there's rain involved. And I'm going to say it right now, I'm not hopefully commentating curse to anyone, but I probably will. 14 and 15 we're going through now. There are definitely going to be some cars or someone going across the complete chicane and missing their braking zone, or hitting the curb and spinning around. That is my prediction. That's what's probably going to happen. We'll probably see that. So let's sit tight. Let's get excited. Let's get ready. We're going to go on board a P3 so we get a better action peer preview of what's about to happen. Taggart obviously in P4. His best qualifying so far, I believe. So, let's see what they can bring. Also suffocating P11 at the moment. His best qualifying as well. It's very true. It does look too sunny, so maybe there'll be no rain today. But, you know, we said that at Zolder last time. It was very sunny at Zolder. And then about 30 minutes in, it all of a sudden rained. Which was crazy, insane. But, yeah, I think we just play the patient game. Play the patient game, and we'll see what happens. So, back on board of P1. Probably go in heli cam view. Actually, no, we'll go in this cam view. Look at that. All the cars now lined up on the grid here at Imola. Not long now until we cross that white line you can see on the screen. It's green flag racing here at Imola for round number 5. Shanae with actually a very good launch, better than Vic. Both heading down to turn 1, wheel to wheel. Is the Lamborghini going to try and send it around the outside? He doesn't. He's not able to. He backs off there, and Vic will be your provisional leader at the moment. Ackerman dropping positions left, right, and centre. Not an ideal start for him. Probably getting tagged down into turn 1, and he really drops all the way down to basically last on the grid, which definitely isn't ideal. And to be honest, yeah, he's not going to be very, very happy with that one, is he? I think he'll be very, very frustrated. As we see Vic now heading into the first couple of corners on lap 1 with this 16-minute race ahead of us, and so far able to seize and hold position. And Andrew Taggart, what a start for him so far. And currently sitting in P3, 1.8 away from the top 2. But maybe he made slight contact with Ackerman himself. But we'll see what happens on the replays later on, as the Audi behind Mr. Taggart at the moment is gaining and gaining so much. So maybe Taggart with a little bit of damage. Hopefully not, because I'd be quite unfortunate if there was damage. But we'll see if the Audi can get close enough. But what's looking quite competitive at the moment is King, right behind him in P5. Looking very close to the Audi. And straight line speed difference could be a massive factor here and a massive gamble. So let's see what the Ferrari can do on exit. The Audi is obviously not looking very pacey at the moment, because they're being gapped by the McLaren ahead at the moment, which isn't ideal. As obviously the fastest lap time is a 150.8 and Shanae a 151.3. If Shanae sent it, right, literally around the outside, that would have been a crazy start to the race. I'm not even joking, chat. That would have been sensational. That would have been insane. Absolutely insane if that happened. Because why not? You love racing content, you love to see it. But I believe for now, for the first couple of laps, if they get it all wrong, like Kelly did right there, on the exit and entrance, I believe, of 5 and 6, as the Aston Martin behind is looking very, very spacey, and could potentially steal P7 off Kelly, but at the moment has backed off and not close enough, as we have Stewart in the background in the Ferrari. Might go for a bit of a send here, but obviously backs up into the Ferrari once again. Was thinking about it there, which I'm glad he backed off there, because that would have been a very nasty crash if that potentially happened. That would not have been pleasant, and that would not have been nice. Lily not doing very well on the start so far. I believe they've lost a few positions. Let's have a look at position change. Yes, Lily losing 4 positions on the race start. Barfield losing 1, who currently 6 in P6, was P5, obviously losing 1 position at the moment. And let's see what's happening with the top 2 at the moment. They're running away, and the gap between them and 3rd place is 4 seconds at the moment. So yeah, they are really starting to run away with this, and the gap between those 2 is 5/10. So this could be a spicy battle for the top 2. So we'll keep our eyes peeled on that one very, very closely. When I mean closely, I mean very, very closely, as we have Stewart once again. Is he gaining enough on the car ahead of him? He's 3/10 behind, but unfortunately isn't able to gain enough to go for a move here. So we'll tuck in behind and wait for the right moment to strike. And obviously gaps are going to start, you know, I'd say slowing down now and starting to chill out as Marcel currently down on P18. Not where I normally think he would be at the moment, but probably just struggling. And I'm trying to keep my eyes peeled for the lead as well, because they are 2/10 neck and neck right now. Marcel is around about 2/10 as well. So we've got two battles happening, and he's actually going to send it here potentially. I thought he was there. Viper doing all he can to defend from the McLaren behind. A bit of flick of dust on the track there. There's someone went wide, and that might have been Lily, or it might have been Stuart in P15 at the moment. And actually, we're going to switch back to the top two, as Shanae is really gaining on the BMW, and actually might have sent the BMW offline there. And the gap right now is 4/10 at the moment, 5/10 now. So that's slightly opened up between them two. So maybe Shanae won't be able to go for the move on this lap, or the beginning of the next lap. But we'll see if he gets close enough an exit. And looks like it's going to be a decent exit, but not decent enough to get the move done. So he'll stay behind once again. Heading down to Wilson now, getting a move done on Suffocating. Yeah, he does. Gets a move done on Suffocating and up into P11 now. Suffocating slots in for P12. And we'll just wait for that to update. It'll update at some point, hopefully, but we'll see. Lily having a bit of a fight with Stuart at the moment, but not able to get past. So hopefully they'll be able to very shortly, but we'll see. We are looking very quick in a straight line. And in 21st place, we've got MB looking to make a move on Ackerman. Oh, bit of contact there down to turn one. The BMW trying to get the move done on Ackerman. Bit of contact between the pair of them, and goes off track sowingly. And Ackerman succeeds position of P20, and MB sticks in P21 for now. Just for now. And forever. What a stellar couple of racing laps we're getting here. As the Audi looking very close to the rear wing of Mav as we head to 14 and 15. The very tough chicane where you don't want to get it wrong. We're at yellow flags, and that's Vers round, and probably going to be losing a few positions. So we're going to quickly hop on board of him. And gone off track there somewhere. He was in P10, he drops to P13, so losing some very important key positions there. As you know, Imola, if you lose a position, it can be very difficult having to regain that. Very difficult. Right then, back aboard with 4th and 3rd, because what's really intriguing me is obviously the Audi is able to gain so much in some corners versus the McLaren, but I think he's having a bit of a squiggly moment on the exit of 18 to then get close enough to overtake the McLaren. So McLaren is able to do that with its straight line speed. We've got yellow flags, and unfortunately there's going to be Darkness in P25. So Darkness not having a great result and finds himself actually in the wall there at you could say Charles Leclerc corner. And I said it was going to happen, and it happened, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it happened to Darkness, but, you know, there's still 52 minutes of racing to go. He's down in P25, but to be honest, he could gain a few positions because there's bound to be moments. Of course, we know. We talk about Spinner. And what a great name to talk about Jake Spinner, because he's spun, and he's very good at spinning, so there you go. Very good at it. So GG's to Spinner for spinning as he finds himself now down in P20, which definitely isn't ideal for car number 7. So a lot of work to do for him now. So we'll see if he can gain on a few more positions. Mr. Webb himself looking at P9 at the moment, potential P8, as they're really starting to find race pace on the track. And oh, get a bit squiggly there. Oh, he goes completely off track there. Oh my goodness, and that was at turn number 17, 16 area. I'm glad he saved that, and I'm very glad he did not collect the Aston Martin, because if he did, that would have probably been a very hefty, big penalty. That would have been a very big penalty there. Oh, I'm glad he saved that one. And here we go then. On board a P14, or should I say P15, sorry. Ferrari versus BMW as we've got a battle behind us. Looking very close between Lily and Marcel. Down into turn 1. Marcel still got his nose in there. But Lily able to get a move done. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness gracious. Holy moly. Now that was a big crash. Big crash there involving multiple cars, or 3 or 4 cars. I did not realise that, you know, there were multiple cars involved in that. And unfortunately there, Lily into the pit lane with probably big damage. Ackerman as well could potentially have big damage, but you know what? As we've got time, keep this on the lead for now. Let's have a look at the replay system, because that was absolutely crazy what we just witnessed there, chat. Let me see if I can find that carnage. There we go, race control. That was involving a lot of cars, chat. That's just the top 2. I don't want the top 2. I pressed the wrong button, haven't I? Oh no, there we go. So chat, let's try that again. As I pressed the wrong button there. So let's go back on the replay. And we'll click Colin 57. So here you go, here into turn 1. Marcel keeps it in. And there's a car spinning then. Oh my goodness. That's what happened. Ackerman involved. Marcel involved. And oh, that is devastating. Absolutely devastating. Marcel involved. Lily involved. Ackerman involved. All because the McLaren spun on turn 2. That was a big crash. Big crash. Definitely not ideal. And that's definitely not what you want. Especially at Imola. Because that's some big damage to some of the drivers now. As we have someone on the grass. We have Barfield on the grass. Trying to go for a move on the Audi. Switching to the left. Switching to the right. Going down. Into turn 17. Bit of contact there between the pair of them. And just giving enough racing room with how narrow the track is. Now Kelly is getting in the action of these two fighting. I thought it might have been a double overtake, and it still could be a double overtake for Kelly, who provisionally sits in P7. Is he going to try and get P6? He is going to try and get P6, and he's going to fight it down into turn 1. He's very late on the brakes, but the Audi is very late on the brakes as well. There's still going to be wheel to wheel. Down to turn 2 we go, then turn 3, heading down to turn 4, and Kelly is able to get by. My voice absolutely dying with only 47 minutes of racing to go. And right now, back on board with the top 2. Shanae is right on the gearbox here with Vic right now. So the top 2 really starting to spice it up. Rosalina, thank you very much. I would hydrate, but unfortunately I haven't got a drink with me because I may have forgotten to get one. Which I think is unfortunate, right? Very unfortunate. But let's go on board with Vic now. And let's go on board with the wing cam. As you can see there, this is that humming sound of the BMW for a minute. And into the braking zone. Listen to the downshifts. How lovely does that sound? Yes, we could see the replay of the first crash in just a second. I will make sure to have one, Rosalina. Don't you worry. Just look at these two, though. They're really getting close here. I think Shanae is really gaining in Sector 1 compared to the BMW. So we keep on board for just a little bit longer to see what's going on with these two. Because I want to know where Sinead's gaining time. Oh, it's there. Okay. So he gains a lot of time there. Which is going to be 5 and 6. Oh my goodness, he really gains a lot into the hairpin there, doesn't he? Damn. So 7 he's really gaining. We're on board with Sinead then. There's the BMW and there's Sinead. So at the moment we're getting a sneak peek of the driver cam. And on board of the bonnet cam now to see how close Sinead really gets. And the gap between these two is 3/10. That is true, Nub. The top two, apart from, oh my goodness, it's 11 seconds. And there you go, folks. That is how close Sinead is getting to the rear wing of the BMW. Almost into the back of him. Very, very scary. But as we are chilling out, as Lewis in P19 has had an unfortunate spin and drops, I believe, a few positions there. So that's definitely not ideal. Down to P19 he goes. Only losing 1 position, though, which isn't too bad. So we're going to keep our eyes peeled on the top 2. And instead have a look at the crash on lap 1. See if we can find it. Oh yeah, so let's have a look at this. So these two, Sinead and Vic, made contact on lap 1, trying to go around the outside, but that was not a great replay, was it? Let's go on board with this one. Oh, here we go. I'm guessing this must be the crash here. Or maybe? Yeah, it is. Lily goes on the grass. Oh my goodness. So Lily's on the grass at that point. And, yeah. Hopefully this will just be a little bit longer. Here's James in the background. We might be able to see it. Oh, there it is. Lily on the grass. It's all carnage. It's all carnage. That's what happened. That was, yeah, a lot of carnage on that lap. Down to turn 1. We did say take it easy. Oh, my goodness. Oh, there's no way. There's no way. And all out of all. Oh. That was just Darkness having a moment. And then. Oh. Oh. Chat. I don't know what to say. I am just speechless. Sinead into the pit lane now to obviously repair that damage and probably go for a very, very early stop. And I wouldn't be surprised if he's going to change tyres. So he's really dropping down the order. So he's got a lot of work to do if he wants to score some decent points here. But I don't know what to say. I'm actually speechless. Well, Rosalina, I'm glad you asked. Let's have a look, shall we? So, having a look at the replay. There's Darkness having his moment, going off track. They come back, and that's what happened, really. Have a look at it one more time. So, on board of car 70, fighting with Vic, as you can see here. Darkness goes off, tries to come back on, doesn't realise, and then... And, Sinead gets collected in the process. So right now, with that contact between, obviously, Sinead and Darkness, Vic has a whopping gap now, all to himself in P1, 14.4, Taggart in P2, and then King sits in a provisional P3 with Barfield 3.2 behind him. The closest battle on track right now is these three. Wilson, Vers, and the BMW. So let's see if they can have a bit of fighting. And I thought I thought Verz was looking to go there. And in the background is Suffocating. And with them fighting, it looks like Suffocating could be gaining. Because he's in the background, like right there in that wonderful Dinoco livery. He is gaining. But let's see what happens here. The BMW getting the lovely slip of the second BMW, which is obviously Verz. And I thought they were going to go for a move there, but they didn't. Thank goodness they didn't into turn 1. But they get a really good exit compared to Verz. Really good exit, and will probably be towards the end of this lap. It will get by. Oh, Verz squiggly there. And down in P16, 17, we have MB and Viper fighting right now. I say that Ackerman getting involved here. Could be a move here around the outside. Oh, there's contact once again between the pair of them. MB denying to let Ackerman through. Ackerman switches to the left-hand side now, heading up the hill towards the tricky left-hand. If you get it all wrong, you could be drifting off into the runoff and into some gravel, which you don't want to do. But Ackerman able to get the move done. Is he? Definitely is with that aggressive defending there, but that was absolutely fantastic. And exit at 12, he is literally just gone in a straight line, gone. And now he sets his eyes onto Viper to try and get by for P15 now. So let's see what happens then. Keep your eyes peeled to that one, because that could be a lovely, lovely battle. Check P1. I can check P1. There's P1. P1 is 15.7 ahead of the rest of the grid. And there's Shanae, who at the moment this time can confirm without a doubt has been lapped. But he should be able to unlap himself if he, of course, if he, you know, doesn't bin it, which he won't, because Shanae is just the GOAT. A spinner, unfortunately, down in P14. I think this has happened every single race for him now, is a drive-through penalty. So, that's very unfortunate for Spinner there. But with a mandatory pit stop in this race, we should start to see drivers boxing very, very soon. And car number 7 has actually spun. That's going to be Spinner. Spinning. I said in the Discord VC, please don't spin. What has he done? Spun around so many times. You can't imagine. So, there we go. Oh! Now he's showing off. Now he's trying to drift around corners. Spinner's trying to show off now. Let's see if he drifts into the chicane, shall we? So he doesn't there, which is a good thing. Because I thought he was going to do it, because if he did, that might have been a interesting spin, shall we say. And unfortunately, we did miss the overtake between Ackerman and Viper. But I'm guessing it would have been a lovely one. But we might get an overtaking move opportunity done here between Spinner and MB. So Spinner actually having the upper hand advantage right now, because Spinner with a drive-through penalty, MB with a 5-second time penalty, which I believe 5 seconds has to serve in the pit lane. So Spinner can keep moving, so he'll gain a position, but the BMW has to come to a stop. And Spinner was looking like he was going to go for a move there, but got a really awful exit of 18 and is now 9/10 behind. The closest battle we are getting is P10 and P9. Wilson under humongous pressure, trying, I wouldn't say aggressively, trying very, very calmly to defend from the beamer behind. But it's all interesting, because what I love to see about racing with GT3 cars is, one, they're difficult to race around this track, like Imola. And second of all, it's really interesting to see the lines that drivers take. Like, as you can see here, the BMW takes a wider line than the Audi, as the Audi takes a very aggressive line. Like here, the chicane. Similar line, but the Beamer is less aggressive on exit and doesn't take to track limits as much as they would do. But let's go on board with Helicam now. Haven't done that throughout the race. I mean, we have with watching the crashes on board, but that's about it. So we'll go on board with Helicam to see the straight line speed difference between these two. Is the Beamer looking quick today? Heading down to turn 1. It's looking even. However, the Beamer gains and gains and gains and gains. It pulls to the left-hand side. Isn't enough. But into turns 1, 2 and 3, doesn't gain a great exit there. Doesn't gain a great one. But it shouldn't be long now till we get a lovely fight. And it could be here, actually. It could be here. Heading down into turn 7. This could send the Beamer into an overtaking move here. But the Audi just wasn't sent offline by it. It wasn't. The Audi was just chill. The Audi wasn't troubled whatsoever, it seems. But these two really starting to spice it up now. Really starting to spice it up, which we love to see, you know. We love to see it. We love to see it. And you can see suffocating there in the background. As these two continue to fight, suffocating will just gradually catch up as always. So there you go. But these two, very, very close. The BMW going into turn 17 now. And there is contact between the pair of them. But good sportsmanship there by the Beamer, letting the Audi back through, and obviously didn't let him through, but he knew he pushed the Audi off track, so he just let him have the position. But the Beamer could be on here to get him back down to turn 1 if he's close enough to go for the dive. Is he going to make the dive into turn 1? He's going to pull to the right-hand side, try and make the Audi go offline, and he does actually do that to perfection. The Audi goes completely offline, and the Beamer, with the switchback, could do it down into turns number 5 and 6 now. They head into that little tricky first chicane, which is slightly narrow to go wheel to wheel, so luckily they don't. Down into turn 7 now. Is the BMW going to send it? He isn't, but he might try and get a better exit than the Audi on the exit at turn 7. The gap is 2 tenths behind, then it increases to 3 tenths behind. So the Audi with a slightly better exit. I like this because 1 minute it's chill and next minute it's absolutely crazy. And then looking down in P13, it's looking very close between Ackerman and Allen at the moment. So Ackerman obviously was starting in P number 3, but had a collision on lap 1, which dropped him a lot of positions. When I mean a lot of positions, I mean a lot of unfortunate position loss there. We will try and find that replay once things start to come down once again, because, you know, I don't want to miss any overtaking opportunities. And we've got someone into the pit lane, and that's going to be the Aston Martin of car number 37, first into the pits. I technically say first into the pits, or I could be wrong, because there are multiple cars into the pit lane. Lewis in, Spinner in. So there we go. There we have it, folks. There we have it. So, as this is probably starting to chill out just a little bit, which it is cool. We've got 2 battles now. We've got a battle for P3, and obviously we've got the Audi and Kelly behind trying to defend from the Audi. Then we've got these two going at it, which could actually be a move potentially for the Beamer. Like I said, going wide on exit, then getting a really good entrance, but just isn't able to get the power down. And look at suffocating. After all that fighting, he is now 1.8 behind this lovely battle to probably pick up some free positions. And Nub, you are right. That chicane is just the ender of all racing. It is. We all know that for sure. So Hopefully, it doesn't end anybody's race, but we've still got 30 minutes, half an hour of racing to go. We might as well just see if we get any shenanigans happen, you know? And if it did, I wouldn't be surprised. So, we just chill and we see what happens. Let's have a look at gaps between drivers. As we've got Webb into the pit lane. And car number 8 into the pit lane now. So they're serving their pit stops. These two still fighting it for a while now. And the Beamer's going to send it into turn 1 on the Audi. Is there going to be contact? I thought he was going to send it, but he just backed out. And the Audi was later on the brakes. But the Audi got the chicane all wrong. It now puts the Beamer wheel to wheel with him. There is slight contact on the rear end. I think the Beamer just moves too closely to the left-hand side. And the Audi just got tagged there. But the Audi's gone off. The Audi is off. That's Wilson off track. And the front of his car not looking very tasty, shall we say. It looks like it's been absolutely destroyed. As suffocating, after waiting patiently, makes his way up into P7 now and can try and set his eyes on Wilson for P6, I believe. Not Wilson, sorry. The BMW in P6. My apologies. I'm getting myself a bit confused here. But Wilson down in P8. Oh. Well, Jakob, that's definitely interesting. That definitely, oh. That shouldn't happen, Jakob. That's interesting. As Andrew Tuggett now into the pit lane. So everybody's starting to serve their pit stops. You know what, Nub? That is definitely an Audi moment. 110% sure it's an Audi moment. Couldn't disagree more. Couldn't disagree. Couldn't disagree. What? So you got a DSQ for being 3 miles an hour over the speed limit. Interesting. I guess as you do. Bit odd there. How does that even make sense? True. It's looking like a BMW takeover today on the race. Hey, Jakob, just chill. It's going to be alright. We'll talk after. Kevin P3, I know, right? Kev is vibing. It's true, it could just be an Imola moment. Ooh. There's a fight for P2. But could Kev be into the pit lane this lap? Oh, there's a car around. Hello, there's a car there. Oh, Kev is carrying on. Oh, that front end does not look nice in that car. Kevin to P2 now with King boxing this lap with 27 minutes on the clock remaining. Yes. P2 for Kev. Going long, shall we say. Going long on his run. What are the gaps? Ackerman. P7 right now. 1.8. 1.8 at the moment. We're suffocating in P4. Has he even boxed yet? Pit count. I can't tell if they're boxed or not. I think they have. Some have, some haven't yet. Okay. Really? I didn't realise you could get DSQ for speeding in the pit lane. I didn't actually realise that. That is a... that is an interesting one, I must say. I did not realise that. That has really, really surprised me. Really surprised me. Yeah, very surprising. I did not expect that. But now, look at this. Look what we have cooking up here. Ackerman in P5 at the moment. Really trying to find out where his race pace is. And, you know, where he wants to be. And I just realised our race leader is in the pit lane at the moment. As Barfield takes the lead of this race, which is lovely to see. And Vic dropping down to obviously like P3, and it could be 4 and 5 now, as he's now leaving the pit lane. Ackerman pulling to the right hand side as we make our way down to turn 1. Ackerman going around the outside and getting the move done for P4 and hitting that chicane to perfection. And really starting to push and find the pace on the track and groove. Absolutely fantastic. But yeah, lap 27, Barfield takes the lead of this race with Vic dropping down to P5. Let's see what he can do in that BMW. Holding the fastest lap time right now of a 2:01. I think that's wrong. Yeah, sorry. It's a 1:41.530. No idea why it was showing me a 2-minute one. Oh, what happened to Shanae? Would you like to see the incident, Jakob? What car is Shanae? What car number is he? Number 70. Here you go, Jakob. Boom. So you got these two fighting. That's the leader and Shanae, and then Darkness comes back on track and bang. Yeah. I'll show you one more time, but I'll show you Darkness's point of view. So Darkness, unfortunately, goes deep into the track, misses braking zone, and then tries getting out of the way, but he drifts, and then those two make contact. So, yeah. Darkness, though, still going on, which is lovely to see. 21st place at the moment. Still could score points with 23 minutes on the clock. Still able to. And I guess he will be able to, trust me. Just have the trust in the process. It will happen. It will happen, I promise you that. It will happen, folks. It will happen. Right then. You know what I wanted to look at? Oh, what was it? I wanted to look at a crash again. What crash was it? I don't know what crash it was now. Was it the Audi or was it... I'm trying to think it now what it was. Car 23 is Vic. I'm going to go with this replay. Aha, here we go. So there's contact between the Beamer and the Audi, but good sportsmanship by the Beamer here. Lets him go back on track. How nice is that? I'd say it's nice there, as Wilson, after getting involved with that contact with the Beamer, currently in P16 and has box, so excuse me, we'll see what he can bring to nearer ending of this race. Nearing end of the stages. Andrew Taggart right now chilling in P6. Could be a potential P5 here as we make our way down to 14 and 15 to the very tricky braking zone. He's actually going to go for the move here in this end. Mav, does he get it done? He does indeed. Hits the curb just a little bit too much. Ackerman into the pit lane now, and we'll lose a couple of positions here. Left, right and centre. Mr. Viper still out on the track right now, but could be in this lap as we speak, and he is still carrying on. sits in a provisional, not provisional, sits in P3. But once he boxes, he'll be going down the grid order just a few more places, and could be a fight through the pack, shall we say, as we've got Shanae in the background as well. What a great recovery from him so far, really showing what race pace he has. And obviously he was in P2 at this moment of time, having that unfortunate contact though, finds himself back in P number 6. It is 6, and saying that, it's 6 no more, because there he's through, and MB yellow flags in the background at turns 3 off the track, and Shanae with a fantastic switchback is up at a few P5, really showing race pace. Yeah, Starness is back on the track. He is indeed, after fixing his damage, and I believe that's going to be... Is that Taggart in the background? It is Taggart in the background, getting around James, who is a blue flagged car. So James getting out of the way there, and Mav able to make his way through, hopefully not losing too much time to the car ahead of him, which is car Viper, car number 96 in provisional in P3 at the moment. But Mav really chasing down for that provisional P3 to get on track, and Shanae really chasing down Mav to get that P3 back to where he belongs, and it's going to get spicy towards the end of this race, but fights starting to happen once again. Suffocating up into P1, yet to box Vic in a potential, obviously, provisional P1 at the moment. Vic was trying to go around the outside there, and actually goes off track. Almost. Slightly goes off track, which would have lost him a lot of, maybe a lot of time to the cars behind. I'm not too sure. Potentially. But, wow. Ollie is still staying out and doing all he can to really frustrate the provisional race leader. Jakob, that's a very good question. I'll see if I can find the replay system on the race control app myself. Let's have a look. Car number 57. I'll see if I can find it for you. What car is Ackerman? Car 23. Is that Checo in car number 95? Potentially Checo in car 95. We'll have to see, won't we? Because Ollie is doing some excellent defending, but unfortunately, Ollie's defending might come to a woe and come to an end as, there you go, the beam is through, and back into his provisional race lead. And he takes the race lead on lap 23, heading to lap 24, and Suffocating will probably be into the box this lap, and he does come in this lap. And now Viper sits in P3 with a very hungry Mav behind. 2.6 is the gap between them both. 2.6, it's happening. He's closing down every single lap. Is Viper going to be in this lap as well? So he's really struggling to turn that car as we head into 17. Now leaving 17 to head to 18, drifting out of 18, and he's into the pits. Mav back into P3, but look where Shanae is in the background. Shanae is there, and Shanae is ready to pounce on that very, I'd say, pacey McLaren. I say Mav's into, what should I say? I say Mav's into P3. My apologies. He's actually into P2. And then Shanae is behind in P3. So Shanae, technically, back where he belongs, qualified P2. Shanae, with some awesome race pace, is absolutely fantastic. Suffocating, serving his pit stop now, could very comfortably come out still in the top 10, but we'll wait to see what happens with that one. But this could be a very spicy battle about to commence. But King in the background, really trying to gain on Barfield, who currently sits in P4, trying to chase down the top 3 and second. P1 probably just a little bit too far out. 29.3 is the gap between Mav and P1, so to cut it down in 16 minutes time, not possible. Definitely not possible, unless P1 has a bit of a spin, which could happen. I'm not going to jinx it though, because if I jinx it, I might get violated and completely destroyed after I do this commentating. So yeah, I'll try not to that one. As we see all the Audi in the background, right on the gearbox of the BMW of Kelly, really trying to fight his position for P6. Could it happen this lap? Could it happen? Potentially. So let's keep on board. Into 14 and 15 we go now. Charles Leclerc spin corner, shall we say, and into the grandstand. As you can see, the grandstand, very, very happy that no one has managed to crash there yet. I say that, and Darkness did crash there earlier on, but, you know, we didn't see anything, folks. We didn't see anything. We didn't see any crashes, okay? That's just a vision. A really blurry vision, you know? Very blurry. Couldn't see anything. Absolutely crazy. As we see Shanae. Shanae is gaining. Shanae is gaining fast. He's gaining a lot of speed here. A lot of speed in helicam shot now. The probably best shot we could potentially be in, as Mav is doing everything he can right now to keep Shanae behind as we make our way into the hairpin of turn 7. And Shanae unable to get through, and Mav stays ahead for now. 15 minutes on the clock. Bang on right about now. There it is. 15 minutes, right? If Mav can defend like a lion, he could have P2 here. But it's a lot of work to do. And then also you got Barfield gaining ever so much a lap. So if these two keep fighting, even Barfield and King could be in the mix. This is getting exciting. Very, very exciting, as car 14 off in the background. As going to be Lewis dropping to P18, could potentially be 19 if the car of P19 is close to him on track. But right now, our eyes are locked on these two, which is second and third. Is Shanae going to be able to get the move? Into turns 17 and 18 we go. In sector 3, is Shanae going to have the better exit? Slightly on the power early. And it looks like Shanae has the straight line speed. But is it going to be enough? Is it going to run out as we make our way down to turn 1? And at the moment, the gap is 2 tenths. So I don't think Shanae's going to have enough to gain this lap to even go for a dive, because there's no way you can go that far back. I know Shanae very, very well. We all know him very, very well. And we know he won't go for a silly dive bomb into turn 1 if he's not close enough. You know, he's very, very smart. He knows his racecraft. He's very, very well to it. So he'll go for a very smart and efficient move when it suits best and when it suits him. But right now, Mav is doing an excellent job of keeping Shanae behind. Fantastic. They have to pit still, do they? I think they've already boxed. Or you want about someone else? No, everyone on the pits. Oh, everyone. I say pits. Everybody on the grid has actually boxed, so there's no more pits. It's now to the end of the race for these two. Mav versus Shanae. Oh, Shanae's going to go for it here. Into 14, 15. Not a corner you go wheel to wheel with, but there's somehow miraculously go wheel to wheel in 14 and 15. Same again, but this time wheel to wheel in 17 and 18. Mav is somehow celebrity. He goes too deep. Mav goes too deep, and Shanae is through into P2. I think Mav will be slightly gutted to lose out on that P2 against Shanae, but in all odds in that favour, Mav is still in P3, which is still a well-earned podium. So either way, if it's P2 or if it's P3, Mav will still be very, very happy with that result. But wow, wheel to wheel in turn 14 and 15, and then wheel to wheel in 17 and 18, but unfortunately entering to 18, Mav just goes a little bit too deep into the corner, and Shanae says, thank you very much, I'm just going to switch back and go straight on through, and he does. Oh damn. Yikes, Nub. I'd say recommend potentially refreshing. That may do some good. Refreshing may help you sort out the layout. Potentially. Don't quote me on that though. Unfortunately, Oosby, but to be honest, if Shanae had that contact with Darkness previously in the race, It doesn't matter. A P2 is still a P2. Could have been a race win today, but a P2 is still a P2, which I think Sinead will still be happy and proud of. Heading down to P17 and P16 of Mr. James Cons himself, and the driver ahead of him, without a penalty now because he served it in the pit lane, is MB. These two on the verge of fighting. Oh, James getting really close there on the entrance of 15, but really losing a lot of time there. Probably just got a little bit bit scared, shall we say, because look at that gap has really opened up. It went from 5 to 2 tenths to 1.4. That is true. If he disconnects now, I'll be really upset. So I'm going to keep my mouth zipped up on that because I don't want to curse anybody. Because when I say I do curse someone. And I don't want that to happen. I don't want that to happen. Right. Closest car on the grid right now to get under a second is going to be a fight, potentially, between a 7th place, which is catching 6th at the moment, which is Kelly. Kelly doing all he can. The gap to them is literally bang on 1 second. It could drop in to like 9 tenths, 8 tenths, but it just depends on exits, or speeds, or corners, or stuff like that. An awesome drift. Unfortunately, it was awesome, but it's lost about 3 tenths on the exit of turn 6, I think that is. Lovely to see, but unfortunate back end loss there, which cost him a heap of time. Heap of time. But no, we have 9 minutes to go. And so far, your race leader, if we go on board, the fastest lap time, of course, of a 1:41.5. Sinead, a 1:41.580. So the top 2 on lap time, very, very close. I believe I could get it up on screen right now by doing this command. No, I can't. But those are your gaps between each driver. We've got yellow flags. That's someone round. That's going to be. So we're looking at this. Look, who is it? It is Darkness. Darkness having a spin. Car number 724 down at turn number 1, I think it is, and it isn't. It is leaving sector 2. Yeah. No, it isn't. It's entering sector 2. Okay. I'm getting a bit tired now, chat, so my brain is getting confused. But he moves out of the way there for the lap car, which is lovely from Darkness there. And saying that, King has managed to get within under a second of the driver ahead, which is Barfield, in that lovely Ferrari, going a little bit wide there, so it could be track limits, so that could be a warning. If it's a warning, it could be a slam dunk penalty if, and only if, he has done 3 or 4 warnings around the track, and that could be another warning there, but we don't know for sure. We don't know for certain either. As James Cons having a bit of a moment there and a bit of a spin, or going straight on into corner number... I think corner number is now. There we go. Corner number... I'm lost now. 6 and 7 area. That's where the corner is. And Ollie in the background, you can see it right there. Exit of 7. Wanting to go on the sausage, just wanted to go on the sausage curb a little bit more and just mow the lawn, you know. Just want to mow it and make sure the grass is completely trimmed, you know, as we have a P10 fight now. And right behind Webby. And this could be an interesting fight here between these 3. Webby has got Ackerman right on his gearbox. The gap between those 2 is 3 to 4 tenths. And then ahead of Webby is going to be the BMW chilling in P9. But can Webby do it? Can he keep Ackerman behind? And can he gain on a position up ahead? Have to wait and see. Indeed, Jakob. Oh no, James Cons. Indeed, it was unfortunate to see him spin there at 6 and 7 area. But unfortunately, it does happen. Not ideal. But it is what it is. And look at that. Ackerman compared to Zach on exit there at turn 1. And Ackerman just having a little bit more, I'd say, confidence on the throttle to really just drive the car and really bolt it and run away, obviously in a straight line, even though there's some twists and turns here, as someone has a slam dunk penalty, and that's Alan in P8 with the drive-through, and that's going to give a position to Webb, Ackerman, and the BMW. Depends how far up the road he is. Oh, damn. It will be a free position because they're not far off of him. So, here we go. Oh, did he get disconnected? Oh, that's unfortunate, that is. You know what? What I hate the most about disconnects in ACC is once you disconnect, you can rejoin, I believe. Or some servers have that limit when you can't rejoin. But if you rejoin, you start in the pit lane, and you've literally lost all your progress. I'm not even joking. All your progress is just gone. That's it. Done. But Ackerman is ready on the fly here, trying to regain some very crucial points, which he would want to achieve and he would want to do. So let's see what he can do on the beam as we make our way down to turn 1. His straight line speed is absolutely impeccable, but it's not enough to beat the Beamer. But it could be enough down to turn 1 as Ackerman is going to possibly be on late on the brakes as he possibly can. Excuse me. Try and get a better exit, but the Beamer is just able to plant the throttle in the perfect position, perfect car position, and it's just fine. Oh my goodness, that's the Aston Martin off track and come back on track. That was very scary. And potentially Zach could have been put off by that rejoin, but hopefully not. But we'll see what happens between P9 and P10. Look, that's a lovely battle going on right now because Ackerman absolutely flying with 3 minutes to go. Ackerman could even get P8 here. Oh, I think there's been a disconnect. Not too sure. Oh no, never mind. That was P10 that went off. I didn't realise. Oh, up ahead we've got Ackerman trying to go wheel to wheel and turn 14 and 15. Darkness moving out the way there to let all the blue flag car. Oh, well, he is a blue flag car, so he's letting all the faster cars come through at the moment. But Ackerman trying to pick. Does he want to go left? Does he want to go right? Which way does Ackerman want to go? Which way does he want to place his car with 3 minutes to go on the clock? That BMW planting on the apexes absolutely to perfection. But now the BMW is trying so hard to break the toe as we go on board with a bumper cam of Ackerman. We're going to go on bonnet cam instead. And let's see, can he do it down into turn 1? Is he going to be brave enough on the brakes? He's not. He'll try and brake later and try and get a better exit than the Beamer. But he's unable to. I love that number plate though. On the car ahead. Too fast for you. That's something great to see and absolutely wonderful. I just love these custom liveries and custom number plates, shall we say. Look at that. Too fast for you. I love it. I love it. I absolutely love it. Fantastic. Matt as well. Welcome to the stream, buddy. How you doing? You join us with 2 minutes to go. And Ackerman could actually send it up here. Oh, could he? Oh, he is. He's going to try, you know. And now we're going to go into the very difficult braking zone. Oh my goodness, Ackerman's tagged him there. Ackerman has tagged him there. Oh, the beam is into the wall as well. That's crucial damage there for oh, the Beamer, car number 88, losing so many positions there. That could be his race done. Drama towards the end of this race with 1 minute and 50 seconds to go. Ackerman could be faced with a penalty for that, potentially. But we'll let the stewards think about that one. Ackerman up into P8. Webby behind in P9. You know what? Let's quickly have a look at what happened there, shall we? So come out of this corner here. BMW starts turning. Ackerman's there. Oh no. Did the Beamer turn though?
Leaders on final
And the leader is on the final lap of this race. Obviously, still says a minute to go, but excuse me, as he crosses the line, it will be the final lap here at round number 5 at Imola. So he starts it now. And is he going to go and try and go for the fastest lap? Attempt to go even faster, but we'll find out as he crosses the line. And now, this is the final lap of this race here at Imola. Absolutely fantastic scenes from our championship leader, gaining big points today, and could have been a potential fight between Shanae and Vic, but Shanae getting involved contact with Darkness, resulting him down the grid order, quite a few big margin there, but able to come back at P2. That just shows you, chat. That just shows you how decent and crazily quick some of these drivers are. It's absolutely insane, I must say. Absolutely crazy. In the background, we've got Andrea trying to gain one more position on the drive up ahead in the Ferrari of car number 11, which is Alan actually going very wide there, ever so slightly wide, but we're just waiting for Vic. Car number 88 heading to 14 and 15 now. We're going to congratulate him. On a fantastic race. Had a fantastic qualifying session. 2/10 was the gap between himself and Shanae, and then a dominant race here at Imola today. He comes round turn number 18 here at Imola, round number 5 for ACC here at Phoenix Sim Sport. He crosses the line once again, back on the top step, back on the podium, but not only just a podium, the race win here at Imola. Absolutely fantastic scenes. Shanae will cross the line to come home in P2. A great result from him after that recovery drive as he had contact with Darkness. But the big question of all, and I said this on stream, would Mav be able to slam dunk a podium? And that is 100% correct. He crosses the line to take the final podium position, and it's P3. I bet you right now, Mav is absolutely fabulously happy with that result. I bet you he'll be partying tonight. Indeed, he'll be partying. As this got very close between the Audi and Kelly, but that is the race done and dusted. They end that result with 3/10 behind them. And then we just have Ackerman to cross the line to come home in P8. Webby to come home in P9. And then the Beamer somewhere on track coming to 17 and 18 now. A few more cars to cross the line. And that is done. That is it. That is absolutely fantastic. There it is. Shanae and Mav side by side. Fabulous. And oh, there's Mav doing a bit of a drift. Bit of a spin there. He'll be really happy with that result. Very, very happy. I'd say a lot of high tension rises right now for Mav because he's just very happy with that result, I'd say. Very, very happy. But back to the lovely scene of them all, so you can see me once again for the final time this evening until we're back next week on Saturday for round number 6. But there you go. That is your confirmed provisional results for now. Vic, obviously in P1. Shanae in P2. Taggart in P3. Barfield in P4. King in P5. Kelly in P6. The Audi in P7. Ackerman in P8. Webby in P9. The BMW car number 88 in P10. And so on down the grid order. Those are your provisional results. Do make sure to keep an eye out on the Discord, as the provisional results will be posted now, I believe. And then once the Stewart reports have gone through and they've been looked at by the stewards themselves and the marshals, will then deduct if any penalties need to be served. And to be honest, that could mean position changes. So if you weren't involved with any contact, for example, Webby and P9, that contact between the Beamer and Ackerman, Webby could gain a place or two for that. Maybe just one place or maybe two. You never know. You never know what happens here at ACC Phoenix. So we'll see what happens. But we are done for tonight. That was just a crazy race. And before we go, let's have a look to see what the next round would be. Where are we heading to next week? Let's have a look. As you can hear the squeak of my microphone. Maybe, maybe not. Next week. Oh my goodness. We're heading to Watkins Glen. Not only are we heading to Watkins Glen, but it's going to be wet conditions. So, yeah, that's going to be an interesting one. But we'll see how that one goes. Guys, you've been absolutely fantastic. You've been wonderful. Thank you for the nice comments once again of the commentating. No worries. Thank you very much, Rosalina, and everybody else. SMH Matt. Rec ban. Bannable offense, you know. Kappa. JK, by the way, is a joke for legal reasons. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Stay safe. You've been all awesome. And bye!
The year is 1991. Birds and people are living together in seemingly perfect harmony. Until one day, a young man catches fire. This is Phoenix.
You've been knocked down and got up again. In a corner, you're surrounded, no defenders. You've hid your fury and kept it in. But it's time now, you ignite and turn to embers. Like a phoenix, you burst in a fire burn. A thirst and desire, you transform right up in a flash. You spread your wings and rise from the ashes. Phoenix, you burst in a fire burn. A thirst and desire, you transform right up in a flash. You spread your wings to rise from the ashes.
Get ready for verse 2, Electric Boogaloo.
You see the truth behind the veil, and you know that they're just looking for attention. Oh, you don't let the ruthlessness prevail. Oh, it's time now, light your fires for ascension. Like a phoenix, you burst in a fire burn. A thirst and desire, you transform right up in a flash. You spread your wings and rise from the ashes. Phoenix, you burst in a fire burn. A thirst and desire, you transform right up in a flash. You spread your wings to rise from the ashes. Let you down, but you get up. They let you drown, but you don't stop. You show you're a phoenix. Phoenix, you burst in a fire burn. A thirst and desire, you